Hi YouTube, and welcome back to Let's Play Sims 3 on Saturday. Alright, so we now have, let's see, we have Aria and we have Jeffrey, and they're now kind of living together and things are kind of moving right along. Jeffrey has met her father, and in fact her father just invited them over for a party, and that's where we're at now, is we're back at the old house. And Jeff, for some reason, his formal wear has changed from that horrible, ugly, striped suit jacket to now wearing a kilt. I had no idea he was Scottish. But yep, there's Dad just kind of hanging out and like trying to get Aria to do something here. But Jeffrey kind of went right up and joined the party and everything. And Isaac's brother, the vampire, is Aria's uncle, is in the house too. He seems to always be around at parties and things. And well, Aria's finally joining the party, and she still kind of has her her college formal wear. I need to change that and give her some proper formal wear at some point. But yep, I thought, you know, while she could be sitting there flirting with Jeff, you know, she doesn't get to see her dad that often, so I figured, we should have her go hang out with her dad, because just like with her mom, we don't know how much time he has left, so make sure that everything remains good with their relationship and everything. So they're getting on right along, and Jeffrey apparently isn't getting too well along with whoever that gal is there. But oh, there we go now. But he gets along with the werewolf gal just fine, but vampire gal not so much. And Aria is like the only one in here who isn't. Oops. Uh-oh. Apparently Dad was trying to sniff her like a wolf or something like that, so she had to go shove him away. But I think Aria's the only one here who isn't transformed into a supernatural, because she's not one. Again, it makes me curious if she and Jeff get married, if they have kids, you know, are the kids going to become werewolves? Because they'll be 3/4 werewolf. I mean, she's half werewolf, right? So, well, we're getting all smoochy again.
Believe.
They can't seem to keep their hands off each other. And, yep. I think they like each other. So I think, you know, ultimately I decided, why the heck not? Everything seems to be going so well. Let's propose. Let's see what his reaction is. I take that as a yes. So, yes, they are now officially engaged. They're going to be married. Aww. Now, here's a question for those of you who are watching. I mean, obviously I want to keep this as multi-generational, so these guys are going to have kids at some point. Should I try? I know there's a couple of tricks in the game, like depending on what you eat and stuff, and then also lifetime wishes and things, where you can give them twins. So, you know, should I let them have just one child, or should I have them twins? And then, you know what's, if they actually have multiple children, then we'll have to decide which particular one we will follow into adulthood and things, because you can't really follow them both at the same time. I mean, not unless they like keep living together long term and stuff, and that could be weird in my opinion. I think everyone, when they grow up, it's good to kind of get out on your own and stuff. But yep, the party is winding down a little bit, but I think Dad needs to know that they're, so we're gonna announce engagement to Dad, just so that he's aware. By the way, Dad, we just got engaged. he's still wearing his wedding ring from being married to Felicia. He's still got this big old house, and it's hilarious that everyone in this house always seems to, when they're tired, they prefer these rocking chairs over their beds, and they restore their energy that way. I think that's kind of hilarious. They must be really comfortable rocking chairs. Alright, so yes, I'm gonna chit-chat about the wedding with Dad and stuff. And of course Dad's gonna be invited to the wedding, you know. I mean, as long as he's around, we're gonna make sure that he gets included in a lot of things. Just to maximize time. And it's weird when he's in werewolf mode. Sometimes he's in werewolf mode with like long hair, and sometimes he's half bald like he is when he's in his human mode. It's like every time he transforms, it's a different hairstyle. I think the game's a little bit weird that way. But he's still weird. It looks good in his tux, werewolf or not. Oh yeah, see, he keeps trying to sniff her. Down, bad boy. But she's obviously very happy, and he's proud of her, but he's also hungry, so this conversation's gonna end pretty soon after that. And she gains some celebrity points, probably because her dad is a celebrity, and so because they're chit-chatting with each other. So, yep, there goes that. Alright, so this is the next day, and Aria is prepping for her bachelorette party. Because she wanted a bachelorette party, so I thought, well, you know, why not? Her mom had one, so let's prep for that. And then, of course, once again, that stupid bachelorette dress that the Sims make you wear. I mean, you don't even have a choice on the dress. It's just, this is the dress that they choose. Why they can't have, like, different dresses for different generations, I don't know. But it's, like, the ugliest looking contraption. I don't know. But, yep, we're gonna have a little bachelorette party. We invited all the females that she knows. That she's not really super good friends with any of them, but you know, why not? Let's party. And I'm actually not directing a lot of her actions on this. I thought, you know, she should interact with people, you know, how she wants to interact with them. So I'm just kind of watching reaction and seeing what happens, like people skinny dipping in the pool. It's like, what? Oh yeah, I invited her, Gina, the robot from her old household. One in the human skin. And she still has her human skin after all this time. She's never lost it. She just got soaked with champagne. Yay! And so she was like, well, since I'm wet, I might change into my bathing suit. Oh, okay, so we've got... I turned down that opportunity there, because I was like, nah, I don't got time for that right now. She keeps reacting negatively to these people who are skinny dipping in her pool, like, just go away. No. Put your clothes back on. Oh, and of course Jeff is here. And, oh yeah, I decided to take some photos of the party, because, you know, why not? It's fun. But, you know, look at Jeff. I mean, first of all, he's once again in a horrible-looking suit, even though it's not the same horrible-looking suit as before. I am taking another photo over here, because I thought, you know, this is a, you know, really nice view over here. So... Oh, and if you see a maid walking around who looks like a skeleton, I actually have a bone holder in my house as well. Figured it was appropriate, since there's a lot of supernatural things going on. But yeah, Jeffrey's getting chatting up to some of these girls here. Well, he's a roommate too, so it's not like he's gonna leave for a bachelorette party, even though it would be nice if he would, but he didn't. So he's just kind of hanging out with the girls. And she's oh yeah, she's coming inside to get an energy drink or make a hot drink. And then of course we get the stripper who decides to set up in the kitchen, which is weird because everyone's outside. Why doesn't he go with where everyone else is? But no, he's gonna go and do the stripper dance thing in the kitchen. And so she gets turned off by that and she doesn't go get her coffee that she wanted to make. She's like, yeah, no, I don't want to see that. Go away. I remember her mom enjoying the strippers a little bit more than she does, but, you know, everyone's different. Not everyone's into the stripper thing. And there's Jeff chatting up another girl. Aria just doesn't even notice. She's just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, so instead of the coffee, she's just having the quick drinks out here instead. I mean, she's got friends who are constantly making... yeah, she doesn't want to chat right now. She's having a party. She keeps having friends who are making drinks and stuff. So she's like, yeah, why not? Let's have some more. I mean, these are supposedly, you know, like they're juice. They're not alcohol, but yeah. Like anyone's gonna have a juice bar in their house. And someone else just got soaked with champagne. I know, they're trying not to make any... Oh, someone's talking about having babies. And he's talking about the theater. Interesting. And she's talking about teddy bears. Wonder if she has a child or not. Or if he's asking him about, like, are you gonna have kids? But, yeah, Jeff seems to be, you know, having a good time, and Aria's having a good time chit-chatting with lots of girls and stuff, which I think is good. I mean, she didn't get to do a lot of socializing when she was a teen and stuff. So she's having a little bit more luck with socializing as a young adult. I think that's good for her. Burgers makes me hungry. Oh, and of course the paparazzi shows up, that happens. I think the stripper is actually still stripping in the kitchen, and then at some point or another he wanders out and says, oh, looks like a fun party. Oh yeah, there he comes. Maybe I'll join you gals for a while. But he's off the clock now. He's just, joining the party. Party crashing, as it were. But, like I said, you can see that I'm not really directing a lot of the action during this party. And Aria's actually, socializing and stuff. Which I'm actually was pretty happy that she was getting into that. And it's funny that these two are having a conversation and the fairy is, just next to them, just dancing like crazy. Oh, and there's Brunhilde. But she's just, grabbing drink glasses and... No. Oh yeah, and then this happens. I don't know what the heck this is, or why this is happening. Is this an Into the Future thing? If any of you know what this is, or who the heck this is, he just kind of shows up and then goes away. And I'm like, what? What was that? So, I included the footage just because I'm like, what was that? Do you guys have any idea? Because I have no clue. Alright, next day, we're going to go ahead and plan the wedding. Because, no time like the present to get the wedding over with. So making sure we get the right people to come to the wedding, like the groom, the uncle, the dad. I would invite Jeffrey's family, but I have no idea where they live. Again, he's visiting from university town, so he was just a townie there, and thankfully things kind of perked up. Alright, so we got a few other friends in. You got the Wooten sisters. I think those were friends of hers from high school. They're still acquaintances. And then throw in a few other people. I kind of looked through here and it's like, okay, who do we want to invite? Who do we know? Who do we remember the best? I was also looking at like people who like might know Jeff instead of Aria, so I wanted to make sure that some of Jeff's acquaintances were invited, that kind of thing. Oh yes, and I had to select a dress code, formal attire. Of course, it's a wedding. And I was like, should I do it right away or should I move it back by an hour? And I was like, no, let's just. I ended up pausing it so that I could prep for the wedding, putting up the chairs and the cake and all that stuff. I just kind of cut out all that footage because this video is already 20 minutes long. So you can see there's the cake, and she just needs to set up the buffet. And we need to turn on the music. And she actually ends up turning on the music without me telling her to over here. She just kind of like, I feel like turning on some music. And she's got the wedding on her mind. I'm checking out the cake. I got the fancier wedding cake, not the standard one, because I was like, yeah, she's rich. She can afford the fancier one. And then I'm just making sure that the music is classical on both stereos. And I'm just kind of saving time by just kind of doing this because the stereos kind of turn on automatically without her having to be close to them to do that. Alright, and it looks like there's Jeffrey coming down. He's already in his formal wear. Or still in his formal wear. But yeah, I kind of like the leather jacket and kilt look on him better than the striped jacket. So once we kind of have him joining the household, he's getting a makeover. By the way, do you guys like watching the makeovers and things? Because I actually cut out the footage of her selecting her wedding dress and stuff too. I don't know if people enjoy watching that or not. So yeah, oh, there she goes. She just changed into her wedding dress because we have guests arriving. Anyway, so I don't know if you folks enjoy watching the Create a Sims stuff or not, but I decided to cut that out this time just because, again, this is a 20-minute video. It's oh, there's Dad, and see, he's a werewolf, but he's got the full hair again and not the bald hair. It's like, can you make up your mind what kind of hair you're gonna have as a werewolf? And then we're chastising him for trying to scratch the furniture. And it looks like most people here, there's Uncle Chad. And, you know, it's sunny, but he's not burning up. And I completely forgot that I shouldn't, you know, have him invited to an outdoor wedding because of the sunshine, but he survives it. So, anyway, so I went and keyed up the wedding ceremony. And you can see I've got this all kind of set up out here out on the lawn. And what's interesting is that not everyone, like, some people just don't even come down, and those that do, only a couple of them even use the chairs I set up. The rest of them just kind of stand around, like, okay. And people have to go. And then this whole process takes, you know, it always seems to take longer than it should. It's like, you know, they're just standing there cheering and thinking about the wedding and cheering and complaining that they're hungry. And the sun keeps going down, so it keeps getting darker out. And then finally, the whole thing gets started and they start doing their vows and exchanging rings. Yep, there we go. Now she's got her ring. And of course Dad's all proud and crying. And they're married. Yay! At the same time that the full moon rises and Jeffrey, these guys, well, they're already werewolves, so they don't have to transform because they were already in werewolf mode. I thought I'd throw in a second kiss. And just as they're kissing, like, all of a sudden, boom, zombie just arises right in front of them. It's like, okay. so then we move on, of course, to the wedding cake and everything else, and the party just kind of continues from there. And I ended up putting out a lot of the party footage because it's not much different from the bachelorette party footage. So anyway, thank you so much for joining this week, and next week they're gonna honeymoon in the future. We'll meet their descendants. Until next week, take care. Bye bye.